Good morning. Welcome to Workforce Skills with John Morse out here in Phoenix, Arizona. I have a special guest on here today with me, Julie Fox from Mindvalley Behavioral Health. It's been an honor to be a part of their program, and I've just recently started. We're starting our second class with them, another vocational program. We're not teaching the hands-on in this one. We're just doing the life skills, the workforce skills. So I've already been through one class. We're about halfway through with the second class, and it's been interesting. It's a little bit different than what I've done in the past, but I think it's working. I love the fact of when I go in these classes and I watch these people, and they don't know what to expect when I walk in there, because I don't care about their feelings. I don't care about what they're going through. I'm there to talk about what we're going to do to get out there and make money. And so I've got Julie Fox on here from there, and we're going to sit here and talk a little bit about the program, what your experience is, and how we connected. It's you really didn't know me until that first day. I mean, you might have seen a video or two, but
No.
what was your expectation? What was your first impression when I walked in, and kind of explain how I'm going to do this?
You wowed us.
Okay.
Totally wowed us. I knew a little bit about you. I started up the vocational and freedom and all that. And okay. And then I met you.
Mhm.
Oh, we got to have this guy. We got to have this guy. Our clients are going to love this. They're going to need this.
Mhm.
And they do need this. And they're thriving.
Mhm.
They're thriving. There's always a few disconnect, but there's some that are just.
Yeah, they're intent. They want it.
Yeah. They went from doodling to showing up ready, early even.
Paying attention, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming out of their shell.
So when I first came in there, I think the impression from you guys was probably as well, how much is this going to cost us to have this guy come in? Thinking there's going to be a fee with this. What was the shock factor when I told you you're not going to pay me? I'm doing this free. I mean, how did that take you aback? I mean,
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome. I know, because I believe Tyler said, so let's talk numbers, because it wasn't a matter of how much.
Yeah.
Like, we would have paid you.
You just knew it had to happen.
It had to happen.
Mhm.
I mean, having somebody come in to do this with our clients, they don't want to see us every single day of the week. They need
Someone else to come in
with
that wow factor, that shock. And I think
that no bullshit.
Yes. And I think the weight that I bring, that I carry, is the fact that I'm a business owner. I can hire, I can fire. It's somebody that's not part of, let's say, the system of your program, because with people working there, I think they say, oh, you're part of the system. You're part of the collective behind all this. And, some of them still have that prison mentality or that street mentality, and it's hard to break that.
Oh, definitely.
So have you seen, since I've been there, some of that breaking down out of these people? You see the attitudes changing. What's been the most dramatic change that you've noticed?
The not so needy. I need help with this. I don't have a resume. I can't get a job. You need help with your resume? Oh no, I got it.
Mhm.
Have you put it out there? Oh, I'm waiting on interviews.
Nice.
It's the downtime, waiting.
Yeah.
They're actually getting jobs, got jobs.
Yeah, we had a class last week. I think it was on Thursday. And I challenged everybody in there to go out and get a job. I don't care if you got to walk to go get it, go somewhere, start filling out applications. There was somebody in that group that said, well, you can't go apply at Jack in the Box or McDonald's. You got to do it online. And I'm thinking, no, you don't. You can walk in and sell yourself. And this week, the class we had, I had 5 people come up to me and tell me they got a job since they were in class last time. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Oh, yeah.
It's that blew my mind away, that they were that driven.
And I get so excited for them. Like, you did it. I helped somebody fix their resume. I saw it and I'm like, oh my God. So I just did it real quick. ChatGPT, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I love that thing.
Printed it out. It's like, thank you.
Yeah.
You got a job the following Monday. He says, I got a job. I said, did you use that in your resume? He said, yeah.
That's awesome.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Because we're a working program. We want them to work.
It builds that self-confidence in them that they kind of don't have, or they lost. They're trying to find it. And they just need that one little win that just gets them motivated, gets them going.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed in class with the men and women in this. It's interesting watching them the first couple of days, and then you start to watch them change. They start to pay attention. There was one guy in the class, I think the very first class that I did with you guys, and he was doodling a little confrontational. We had a problem. You guys took him out. He came back, and I don't know what changed in him, but every class after that, he's intent. He's paying attention. He seems like a different person. And I know he's out there looking for a job. He wanted to go work for a general contractor. He is the one person so far in your program that I offered a job to. And whether he takes it or not, that's up to him. But
Let me tell you, I know who you're talking about.
Yes.
And he's done his background, his physical, his everything. He's just waiting for his start date for that job.
So he is going to come work for me. Or is he going with the other company he was talking about?
It's the other one.
Okay, perfect.
But he also told them that this program's first.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the start date on it that he's
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so excited. And you're absolutely right. The change in him is he shows up like ready for work.
Oh, it's night and day
Dress,
from the beginning.
Hair,
yes.
I mean, not a lot of hair, but
clean
cut.
Yes.
Everything.
And it's funny because when you look at the curriculum that we put together for this class, it goes, one class talks about hygiene. And it sounds so stupid that why do you have to tell somebody to go take a shower and what to do?
God.
But
you do.
You do. When you've got someone that's lived on the streets for so long, or they've been addicted to something, or they came out of prison, they don't have that mindset. They don't have that common sense. That mentality is a little bit different. And the one thing I'm constantly trying to teach these guys is to rewire your brain. You got to rewire your way of thinking. It's a change of a mindset. You have to start thinking completely different. And I love it because guys will sit there and say, well, that's just common sense. But you don't realize, even working right now, I'll hire somebody out of the class, out of the program, and they'll be working for me. And us as painters, if I've got a guy who's coming to work clean every day, clean shaven, the paint's been washed off from the day before, and then all of a sudden I notice at work, he's got paint on his fingers and in his beard from 3 days ago, that's a sign that something's going wrong. That's something happening. And that's why we talk about this in class, to get them to start thinking about it. The common sense stuff of setting your clothes out the night before, packing your lunch the night before. You're only on time if you're 10 minutes early,
And even dressing appropriate for the job.
Yes.
I try to tell the girls, even dress appropriate for here. It's 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make sure you're dressed appropriate.
And I
as well.
And I think one of the things that could be driven into them even before coming to class is, you're going to this class, you need to go to this class like it's a job interview. Mm-hmm. And if they could start thinking that way, that's the first step of, oh crap, I'm preparing for the real world. This is getting me set up for success. And that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to show them that you can be successful. Yeah.
Their punctuality has even gotten promptness.
Okay.
We know you're there at 10
mm-hmm.
and you start at 10.
Yes.
Be in there earlier than that.
Yeah.
And we noticed they're all sitting waiting for you now.
Yes. There's still a couple stragglers. We're working on those, but you're always going to have that in any program, any class. There's always somebody that is always, they're going to push the limit. What can I get away with?
But they're excited to see.
Yeah.
We have John tomorrow, right? Yeah. He's coming. He's coming.
Cool. No, that's exciting for me to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
It tells me what we're doing is working. And for me, being a part of your program, and this is new for me with you guys, I'm excited going there. We do it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from Tuesdays and Thursdays, from 10 to noon. And it's my mornings are planned out. I know exactly what I'm doing. It's like I leave at a certain time. I try to get there. The other day I had to go look at a job first. I made sure I had enough time to get there and I wasn't going to be late. And it's cool walking in there. And I used to, when I first started, everybody's standing outside smoking or they're lingering around. And you're right. Now they're in the classroom. I walk in, there's people sitting there in the front lobby area waiting to go in. Mm-hmm. It's just, they're hungry for this.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And their questions, we have them answer. See if they're paying attention. Mm-hmm. They're getting longer and longer and longer.
That's awesome.
Not just a sentence here, sentence there. Like they really are paying attention.
They're thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
We're changing.
And some are coming out of their shell with you as well. Like some have just been very quiet. Uh-huh. And now it's that one class. Okay. Snitches.
Oh, yes. I love the class where we talk about drugs and snitching. And it's interesting because that is my favorite one out of all of them. And I'm telling you, every 4 weeks, we're going to have that class and people get riled up. I'm not ratting anybody out. I'm not snitching. And by the end of the class, we've changed it from being a snitch to being accountable. And it's such a difference. And you watch that transformation just within a 2-hour period. And it's night and day. And I've noticed a couple of them that were in the first one that they're in this class again with me. And you can see they're more attentive. They're more paying attention. They're aware of what the conversation is. What about the interview process that I do? Because we do some mock interviews. Have you heard about that from some of the people or their talk about it?
I missed that part.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I missed that class. I heard it was interesting.
So I try to do it each class with a few people through the 4-week period.
I try really hard to get in there and watch you, but
you know what? And here's what's interesting. The way I look at it, no matter your background, no matter where you come from, whether it's off the streets, addiction, or you're just trying to be a better person, what we teach in there is for anybody and everybody. You know, for me, I would like to see every employee that works with you to come through at least one full 4-week session. And I think they would gain from it. You would see a difference in your own employees there. They would be better. So I could think of a few one that's no longer with you that kind of got me in the door with you that could have benefited from this. Even though he's been through some of my classes before, you can't change everybody.
No.
They have to want it.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
And that's what you're seeing that's different now. I think people are actually starting to want this.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll make a commitment.
Okay.
I'm going to start sitting in for at least an hour.
Okay.
As you know, as soon as they take a break, I'm done.
Well, I'm putting you on the spot because I got you recorded right now. So this will drop live on Thursday, and we're going to let the whole world see this. So if you guys are out there listening, we're going to hold Julie accountable for this.
I will keep myself accountable.
If not, I'm going to snitch her out.
There you go.
So
there we go.
No, I really appreciate you coming on here and being with me. And I know we got somebody else in the studio here with us. So
let me say, we really appreciate you.
Thank you.
You've made a huge difference.
No, I enjoy this. I really do.
And we enjoy having you.
No, that's awesome.
So I appreciate everything that you're doing for our clients because they're the thing. They're what matters.
Yes.
They matter.
Yes.
And, can lead a horse to water, but we can't make them drink. So if we have a lot of jugs of water, maybe they can start drinking more.
Yes.
That's a different philosophy, but opportunities.
We're changing lives.
Absolutely.
And I don't think they even realize that their life is changing, but we're seeing it happen. I think we see it before they realize it sometimes. It starts to transform and we see it. And then all of a sudden, oh crap, I'm changing. Something's happening. It's exciting.
It is.
So
absolutely.
I hate to cut this off short, but I know we got somebody else in the studio here
sure
that would really like to get on here as well.
Absolutely.
So we're going to put him on a spot next.
All right.
Julie, thanks for joining me.
Thank you,
Appreciate
John.
it.
Thanks for having me.
Guys, we had to do a little switch out here. So now I got Tyler Brantley with me, just like the country singer, except I'm sure he can't sing. Can you?
Not at all.
He is Director of Operations at Mindvalley Behavioral Health. And so you just listened to Julie. We were talking. So I thought I would bring Tyler on as well to discuss what we're doing, what's happening, what he has seen, the changes within the program that they're doing over there. What has been your experience? And let's just start off. I did it with Julie. What was your first impression when I walked in and presented, here's what we're going to do. My no BS, don't care about your feelings. Let's get down and dirty and learn how to get out there and work.
My first impression, and I think Julie just covered it, was how much is it going to cost? Because I'm the one that deals with the numbers with everything. And once I heard that you said that you're going to do it all for free, and I'm like, nah, he's crazy. He's lying, Can't believe you're going to do all this stuff just and volunteer. So once I heard everything that you've done, seen the podcast and everything, and heard about your background a little bit with New Freedom and all that, it's amazing. To know that you're just going out there and volunteering for people and to help our community, the reentry community, and, you being just like us, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It's funny talking about me coming in there for free. There's only one time that I charged for what I was doing, and I wasn't even going to plan on it. They offered it. I accepted, and it failed miserably. That program no longer exists. And for me,
I worked at that program.
Yeah. And for me, knowing that it's it's in my heart to do this, to make a difference in just one person's life. If every class, if I can take one person in there and change their life to get them back on track, then it's a win for all of us. The reality is not everybody in your program is going to make it. Not everyone's going to be successful. But if we can focus on the ones that are going to be successful, the ones that are going to make it, the ones that show the initiative, that's why we're in this. That's why you're in this, right?
Yeah. They say that I think 1 out of 10 people make it out of a rehab or whatever the case. And I always tell the clients, why can't you be that one? So, we try to just reach one, teach one, and help everybody, right? But we all know that not everybody's going to get it. And that's the shitty part about the job, right? But the people that want to learn and want to grasp everything that we're saying, we push them even harder to keep going and work with them more.
You can talk till you're blue in the face, but if they don't listen, if they don't get it, it's not going to work.
Right.
And we just hope that every time we teach a class, every time we do something, that somebody gets a little bit of a change. If they sit in a 2-hour class with me and they take one thing away from that class, just one sentence, then it's a win at that point.
Right.
That's the way I look at it, because you can't look at the big picture and think, I'm saving everybody, because you're not. It's impossible. And for a lot of people, for myself included, sometimes we think we hit rock bottom, we're coming out of it. But how many times have we hit rock bottom? And there's another one and another one until we finally pull our head out of our ass and we get back on track and do what we need to do.
Right.
For me, I've seen it, I've done it. It's very difficult to go in there and knowing that what they're going through, that I've been through similar situations, and they feel like the world's against them. They're not going to make it. With what you're doing, how do you get these men and women to change? I mean, obviously I'm doing my part to help, but what do you do within the program to mentor them, guide them, to get them to be more successful out there?
Well, I try to make myself known in every class. I always stop by to every class and make myself known. I know Julie does. She tries to as well, but she's more busy than I am. She keeps us in compliance. So, but I stop by in every class, and they don't know me until I start telling them about myself, that I have been to prison. I am an ex-addict, an alcoholic. And once they see that, oh, well, he's director of operations and he's just like me. Oh, so how did you get there? They start asking questions like, what did I do? And I just tell them, I'm teachable. I don't know everything.
Yeah.
I like to think I do. You can ask my mom. She'll probably tell you that. I like to think I know everything.
Sure.
But I don't. And no matter how old you are and no matter what, you just have to be teachable and to learn new things and to not give up.
Yeah. It's easy to quit and give up.
Yeah.
I've trained myself now in my life to where I can't and I quit is not part of my vocabulary. It just can't be. We have to, it's changing that mindset of what you're doing, and if we can do that, then it changes everything. And if people like myself, you, Julie, if we can lead by example, because we've been there, we've seen it, we've done it. It's funny when I deal with different situations and someone's lying to me. I can read right through it. It's like,
right.
Dude, really? I've lied half my life before I straighten up. You can't fool me. I've either seen it or done it. You're not going to trick me.
Right.
And especially working in my company, if someone has an opportunity to work in our company, I'm going to tell you right now, 98% of my company is ex-drug addicts, been in prison, lived on the streets. They've seen it and done it. So if you want to work at a place that you're going to be held accountable, this is it. It's a perfect place. And it sounds like at Mindvalley, a lot of the employees there have been through similar situations. They've been through that life.
Yeah.
So how does that help the members there, knowing, like you sharing your story, how does that relate to them? How does that make a difference for them?
For the clients, well, I know when I was in rehab, right, I would talk to some of the therapists or, some of the people that were there, and how are you going to teach me about something you've never been through yourself? So I want drug addicts. I want them convicts, the ones that have tattoos on their face. I want to hire them because they can show our clients and anybody that comes to our clinic that, if he did it, I can do it. Why can't I be that guy? And just to give them hope, because I know a lot of people out want to give up on us and stuff. My whole family gave up on me. The only person that didn't was my mom. And she always answered that call when I was in jail. No matter what, she was there for me. I was sent to California. She came to visit me. But if we can be that person, to show the clients that you can do this, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
If they believe you made it, then they can believe that they can make it.
They can too.
That's all it is. And I think that's so crucial in someone's recovery or in a program like this, by having people leading the company that have been there and been through the trenches just like they have. And I think that's what helps me so much coming in and teaching this class. I've seen other programs where we've started a class and someone takes over, but they're not a business owner. They know how to paint or they know how to do something. And the classes aren't as successful because there's people teaching a class on how to be a good employee, but yet they've never owned a business. They've never hired and fired. They've never dealt with the amount of employees. They only know their history as an employee. And some of these people can't even hold a job themselves,
Right.
Which makes it difficult. So I believe in teaching from experience.
Right.
And if you have the experience like what you have from your past, I guarantee you're making a difference in these people. So there's got to be one or two that stand out to you that you've really made a difference and they're successful. Do you have members or people that through your program that, whether it's this program or the last one you worked at, that still reach out to you, stay in contact, they're doing well?
Actually, I just got a call last week that I helped me and Julie, we were at another company together. And he had my number somehow. I haven't been in contact with him, but they called me and asked me about him. And I was like, yeah, he's a great person. And I didn't know it was me helping him get a job. I had no idea. I just, off the whim, I remember the name. I remember the client. I remember everything about him. And by the end of that phone call, she said she's going to hire him and thanks me for taking the time out of my day. But there's a bunch of them, man. There's some at Mindvalley, the other places we've been to that I still keep in contact with. And I talk to them and I try to mentor them. We started doing that at Mindvalley, the people that graduate, because I have a thing, Julie will tell you, that I don't give my personal number out. But if you graduate, I will give you my number and I'll mentor you. But while you're in the clinic, no.
Yeah.
Because that's, I have a work phone and I use that one.
That's kind of going, especially with what you guys are doing. It could be get you in trouble.
Yes.
Having to talk in after hours or away from work, especially since they're being treated, for the behavioral health. I've seen that go sideways in a couple other programs we've been in the past, where the clients and the people working there and a relationship starts, something doesn't go the way it should. It's bad. Right. So we've seen some ugly stuff in the past, but that also goes to tell me that the people that were there working probably should not have been there.
Exactly.
They were the wrong person. They weren't in the best place themselves. They still needed to be treated and to find themselves and get on the right path. And I think in any path and anywhere in life, we're always constantly growing, maturing emotionally, mentally, financially. And if we could look at our lives and say, okay, today I'm here. Where do I want to be a month from now or next year? For me in my life, I look at every single year. I want to be better financially, mentally, emotionally. I want my business to be bigger. I want to help more people. And for me, that's how I kind of base my life, my structure, and my success on. For you, it sounds like recently coming out of prison or wherever you've been, it's probably been less than a few years, I could assume, or how long has it been since you've been on the right path? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, I don't mind.
And if you don't want to share, you don't have to.
No, I don't mind at all. April next month in April, I've been out for 4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Okay. And in 4 years, every year you're getting better, aren't you? I mean, financially, everything.
Everything. I wake up and I talk to my wife. We talk about it all the time. I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better father. I want to be just a better human being every day. And I try to strive for that. So, and then financially, for sure, obviously I don't do it for the money, but the money does take care of my wife and my 4 kids. So,
yeah. No, and I don't do it for the money either. I do it for free.
Right.
It's funny how this works, but I do okay with the painting business that I have, to where it can help support all the extra stuff that I do to help others. And in turn, what I do, all my employees pretty much come out of these programs. When you meet my superintendents, my project managers, my estimators, All of them came out of one of my classes, just like what I'm teaching for Mindvalley right now. So the exciting thing for me is knowing that, we're not teaching hands-on there, but as I continue with these classes, and I've already offered a job to one person, whether he takes it or not, and he's got another offer somewhere. If that's the best thing, take it. But I guarantee you, as I continue with you guys, there's going to be people along this journey with us that I will hire, and they're going to end up working for me. And I can't wait to let you guys watch that journey that I've seen time and time again with people out of my classes. And it's cool because eventually down the road, I'll have them on the podcast and we'll share their story.
Right.
And it's kind of cool. I had one a couple weeks ago, Justin Miller. He went through one of my very first classes at New Freedom, and he was in the tile class, but he was in the Tuesday and Wednesday night classes with our vocational, with the life skills. And he now owns his own company. It's MJ Pool Services, and he's doing repairs and cleaning and doing so well for himself. And he got his first house, and this is a kid that was destined for failure, and it just, something clicked and he made that change. And I can't wait to watch those changes from the people in my class that we're doing with you guys. And
Right.
you guys get to be a part of that journey and watch that happen. So it's really going to be exciting. It amazes me that, 5 people from last week went out and got jobs over the week since the last class.
Right.
Just by, come on, guys, do something. They just need that push.
Your class is giving them hope, though. Like, that's what they need. You're kind of like, I guess, the big brother, right? Like, you can do this and help them. Because like Julie said, they can hear it from us all day long, but somebody else comes in that owns a business,
Yes.
right? You've been where they've been, and you're teaching them how to get to where you are. That's a beautiful thing right there.
Yeah. Anybody can get to where I'm at. If I made it here, I guarantee anybody can do it.
Right.
And it's just showing them the path. But it comes with grit. It comes with just grinding every day. You got to be in that beast mode mentality. You got to be hungry for something more. You've got to be tired of being tired of failing. And once you hit that point where you're done with all the BS, all the rock bottom, and you're ready to make a change and you'll do whatever it takes, it's taking that street hustle and making a work hustle.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yep.
How bad did you hustle for that next fix on the street or whatever that you were doing, or robbing and stealing? If you take all that energy and just put it towards work, man, what a different world. It's a big.
You can do anything in the world, because I know I did anything for my next fix. And then, like you just said, I took all that and put it into now my work ethic. And my kids joke with my wife all the time about it. When's dad coming home? When's dad coming home? Dad's always at work. There's a reason, and if I'm not at work and I'm at home, right, I'm still answering phone calls and dealing what I need to deal with, because this is what's going to take care of us in the long haul.
Yeah.
So.
And I think the example you're giving your kids is much better than what they would have had from the past, Tyler. So yeah, no, you're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. Tyler, I really appreciate you guys coming on with me today, you and Julie. If somebody in the Phoenix area sees this and they need help, or they want to get in a program with you guys, what can you tell them? How do they reach out to you guys? Is there a phone number? Is there a website? What do they do? How does this work?
They can look us up on Facebook, Mindvalley Behavioral Health.
Okay.
I don't know the work phone, but I will give them my personal number on this thing right now.
Well, no. Don't throw your cell number out there.
But I don't know the work phone by heart.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
So there you guys have it. The one thing you got to realize is part of this podcast, what I do is, this isn't just for you guys out there. This is for me. This is therapeutic for me to sit here to talk to you guys. But I want anybody watching this out there, if you're listening to this and you feel like you've hit rock bottom, you're in a bad place, you're in the Phoenix area, you need help, I want you guys to reach out to Mindvalley. They're there to help you. And you could be sitting in one of my classes with them. It is life-changing. That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to change one life at a time, change somebody out there that wants something better. That's all this is. We're trying to show you there's a better life. So once again, guys, I want to thank you for joining me with my guest today. Stay hungry.